Hello and welcome to this Find Your Yoga Flow practice. I am here to guide and facilitate your practice, but I really want you to tap into some of your creative energy that you have. And I want you to just move in a way that just feels best for you. So whilst we'll be moving through different poses, if it makes sense for you to put your arm up in a certain way or your leg in a certain way, I want you to really feel, explore, and connect with your body as always, which we do, but I want you to do it in a way where you're allowing your mind to be free. Because when we come onto our mat, I feel that the mat should be our space to be free, because that's then something that transcends off the mat as well. So we are actually going to get started standing this time. So bring your palms together in front of your chest. And I just want you to feel your feet. I don't know how you're going to do that, but just feel them. So for me, I'm going to press my little toe into the mat, and then I'm going to start to drop all the other toes into the mat. I'm going to grip the mat. Explore also how it feels. I like the cushion of this mat. It's a little bit squishy but grippy. What happens if you grip your toes? What happens if you lift your heels? What happens if you lift your toes and the balls of your feet? Drop your hands either side of the body. Roll the head, starting at whatever side you want. Neck circles. The other way now. 6. You may think you want to do more than 6, or you want to do less, and you might want to move into another movement, and that's perfectly fine. Again, this is about finding your yoga flow. Maybe you drop the head back, drop the chin to chest. Drop the chin to chest. Maybe your head's going side to side. Embracing everything that's taking place. Begin to slowly roll down. Bending at the knees if you need to. Allow your body to sway side to side. Being free. When you're ready, coming back to center. Stillness. Half forward fold with the hands on the shins, maybe on the thighs, knees bent. Choice is yours. Forward fold. Head towards the thighs. Maybe you step or jump back. Maybe you walk back slowly. Palms pressed into the ground. Maybe you come onto your knees into a child's pose, because that feels best for you. Maybe you come up onto your knees and you lower the body to the mat. Baby cobra, or an upward facing dog with your legs and thighs off the mat. Bring the hands out either side of the body. Fingertips pressing into the ground, but they're lifted, a little bit like a spider's web. Spider fingers. If spiders are not your jam, it can be anything else. Inhale to prepare, exhale, lift up. Coming back down. 2 more of those. Bringing the palms back on the mat, either side of your chest. Elbows tucked in. Coming up onto your knees. Tucking the toes under. Lifting up into a downward facing dog. You might want to bend the knees generously here. That's all good. Step the right foot forward. Top of the mat. Back foot at a 45-degree angle. Warrior 1. Hips facing forward, if that feels good. Arms overhead. Bending the front knee. Looking out overhead. Maybe you might want to go from side to side here. Maybe your knee might be here. Might be here. You might want to go deeper. Circle the body. What does your body want to do right now? Allow it to just be free. Placing the palms on the mat, stepping back with that right foot. Bring the left foot to the front of the mat. Warrior 1 pose. Maybe this side looks different and feels different. Maybe you want to explore here in a different way. That is all good. I'm going to circle here. Coming up. Planting the palms. Stepping back into a downward facing dog. But this time dropping the knees and coming back into a child's pose. Not every single time do we need to do plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, cobra. You can switch it up. It's all good. Child's pose. Bring the hands towards the knees. Seated on your heels. Or coming up onto your knees like so. Palms in front of the chest. Taking everything in. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Circling the arms up and overhead. Interlacing the fingers, palms up to the ceiling. Looking up at your hands, maybe you might want to bend back. Maybe not. Bring the palms down. Palms back in front of your chest. From here, we're going to walk the hands out to the top of the mat. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees. Maybe you lift the leg, the right leg, maybe you don't. Maybe you just simply step it forward. We're going to come into a warrior 2. 90-degree angle with that left foot on a knife's edge, heel and heel, lined up for stability. If that doesn't feel good, find what feels good. Bending that knee at a degree that feels good for you. Arms out. Looking over that right finger. You might want to look to the back. That might actually feel better for you. Palms clap together. They come back down. Palms clap together, come back down. If you've done any of my videos, I do love this one. It's a bit of a release to be able to do that. Now here I just want you to be creative and do whatever feels good. So for example, that might mean dropping the right palm, lifting the left arm. It might mean placing the forearm of the right arm onto your right thigh, lifting the left arm, lifting it overhead. Maybe lifting both. Coming back into your warrior two. Plant the palms. Step the foot back. Lift the left leg, or don't. Step it forward. Coming into that warrior two. Looking out. Let's do 1, 2, 3. Looking out. Play around with it here. Do whatever feels right. It's all good. There are no rules. Plus, I'm a bit of a rebel. Not big on rules. Plant the palms. Step the left foot back. Coming into whatever position feels good for you. I'm gonna come onto the belly, do a baby cobra. Come onto the knees, tuck the toes. Lifting up, finding that flow. Lifting that right leg, stepping it forward. Back into a warrior two position. Maybe you flip the right palm up. Drop the left on your thigh, on your shin, up and over. Coming back into a warrior two. Now we're gonna play with warrior three. If you lose your balance, all good. Don't worry about it, it happens. Just allow yourself to be free and feel. So lifting that left leg, fingertips of the right hand to the mat. Lifting up, maybe the left arm comes out. Maybe the left hand comes to the left thigh like so. Keeping a slight bend in that right foot. Maybe you bring that left knee in and you grab your left foot and you open up. Maybe you've got a block under your right hand at the highest height. Release gently, step back. Warrior two, flow it. Palms to the mat. Step back into a downward facing dog. Let's play on the other side. Lift up, step forward. Warrior two. Flip the palm. Go back if it feels good. Back into that warrior two. Fingertips to the mat. Let's come up into a half moon pose. We will play in warrior three, but we've been doing half moon. Okay, grab that right foot. If it feels good. Stretching the chest. Woo! Loss of balance, coming back. Flip it back. Plant the hands. Step back. Knees to the mat. Open up the knees. And now we're gonna do the warrior three versus half moon pose. Okay. Step the right foot forward. Coming up into a warrior two. Allow the arms to just move. You might circle them. 3. Come on to the ball of the left foot. Arms up overhead, palms in front of the chest. When you're ready, and if it feels good, come with me. Begin to bend into that right knee. Lift the left leg up. Stretch it out. Warrior three, arms out. Like a plane, there might be some turbulence. You might drop out. All good. Find your way back if it feels good. Step that left foot back. Bring the palms back to the front of the chest. Plant the palms. Step that right foot back. And let's do the other side. Coming up, warrior two. Play around. Do your thing. Whew. Coming onto the ball of the right foot. Palms in front of the chest. Begin to lean forward, lifting that right leg off the mat. Arms out into that plane, that T. See what happens. Woo woo. Might drop. You've seen me fall out of poses. It happens. It's part of yoga. Bring the hands back to the chest. Step that right foot back. Arms overhead. Plant the palms to the mat. Walk out your dog. And we are going to wind down. We are going to wind down, coming into a child's pose. Bringing the arms behind, if that feels good. Dropping the forehead to the mat. Coming up onto your knees. Come onto your bum. Legs stretched out in front. Bring the soles of the feet together. What does it feel like? You know, how does it feel for your feet to touch, for your left foot to touch your right foot, and for your right foot to touch your left foot? It's not necessarily something that we do often. Allow yourself to feel your feet. If feet are your jam, if you like your feet. If not, play around with your ankles, with your leg. Just give them a massage here. If it feels right for you to lean further forward and maybe clasp your feet with your hands, feel free to do so. But again, it's not necessary. Coming up, sway side to side. Come to the front of your mat. Right palm to the mat, left arm up and overhead. Hold for 10 seconds. Left palm to the mat this time, switching sides. Palm down, hands together in front of the chest. Embrace how you feel, embrace what you've done during this Find Your Yoga Flow practice. Was there something new that you found out about yourself that maybe you didn't know that you could do? Or, you know, did your creativity take you to a place that you didn't know that you could get to? Whatever the case may be, I hope you found this practice beneficial. Continue to feel, explore, and connect with your body. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I respond to absolutely everyone. If you're not subscribed to this channel yet, hit subscribe. And if you enjoyed it, hit like. Thank you so much for being here with me. I truly appreciate it.